I found you again, and which is really, really beautiful thing.
And it happened the other way around as well.
So how did you hear that you have a new singer in the band? Wasn't that quite a surprise for you?
Yeah, of course it was a surprise, but it was a lucky surprise, and I was happy to hear that when Thomas has decided, because I was already in Germany at the time.
Compared to those old times when I was still drinking, it's no wonder that I was harder to get to know.
Yeah, you were a new guy.
Yeah.
Mä jännitin sitä hänen ensitapaamista. Toki hänet olin tavannut ennen, mutta sitä, että studioon mentiin laulamaan ja sitä laulukokemusta hänen kanssa mä jännitin todella paljon, koska mä tiesin, että hän on guru. Hän on jo parikymmentä vuotta niin kuin oikeasti heavy metallia tehnyt ja mä olin sellainen pikkulikka ihan niin kuin keltanokka tässä heavy metallissa, niin sen takia mä jännitin sitä.
There are already really like great memories from there. It probably gave us a good platform for reconnecting. Like the times that we have done Century Child, went to the first tour Nightwish, all of us together, and we had some rehearsals before that in this German little smaller town where Tare was, like she was doing her vocal studies. We went there for a week and rented a rehearsal place, and the local guys were there, and I remember the reactions really when we were doing the songs. We had the backing tracks and then we were doing harmonies together with Tare over it and going over. Let's try this here, and some Thomas presses some easy chords and then we felt it out there. And these German guys were like, they didn't really know who they rented their place to.
Markohan on ihan loistava laulaja, siis loistava muusikko ja oli niin kuin näiden vuosien aikana silloin kun hän tähän rykmenttiin mukaan tuli, niin mulle äärimmäisen iso tuki.
Because then the camps were really divided already when I stepped into the band, and it was hard to find the truth of things, because a lot of it was like a managerial turf war where we got told certain things by one side and told certain things by the other side, and lots of confusion, blah blah blah. And in the end, yeah, what we already realized like a few years back when we were all together there doing Christmas shows in Finland, that after all the hassle has died and the noise has died and everything, you still find out that you lost a friend.
I kind of lost all the touch of humanity when I got fired from Nightwish. I really lost it. I didn't know who to trust.
Me muun muassa keskusteltiin siitä, että miten järjettömän paha olo sille jäi. Että oikeastaan kyllä meille kaikille jäi paha olo siitä, että miten hommat päättyi silloin aikoinaan. Ja sitä, että sille tuli sellainen, että tavallaan piti karistaa menneet pois ja muuttaa sinne Argentiinaan ensin ja nyt sekin on Espanjassa. Ja mulla oli vähän sama homma, että mulla oli kuitenkin pitkä prosessi, missä mä menin sellaista pitkää luiskaa pimeyteen.
Toki. Marko otti minuun yhteyttä ja minä otin Emppuun yhteyttä. Puhelimen ehkä tekstiviestin välityksellä, että sen suurempia puheita ei ole oltu.
Do you think you could ever persuade her, because you have your ways, to sing with you Bye Bye Beautiful?
I think that for myself, I wouldn't even try. Because that's the song that I actually said I said it when had been playing it live and all that. And then I told Tuomas that there is something that I would like to see. We need to drop this song. Every time we do it, it brings bad memories. No matter how veiled in symbolism it is, I don't think that we need to do publicly alone. Every story has at least those two sides and plenty of sides, and we're human. And in that process, I personally afterwards figured it so that this was a process where you lost a friend.
Yes.
I'm very happy that it actually turned out not to be true after all the years.
But I remember you rushing into my backstage, and he just came and immediately hugged me, and I'm like, whoo! After all the years that many years have passed by, we haven't seen each other, we haven't heard anything about each other. It was, I have to say, a mix of feelings of strangeness and at the same time happiness, and at the same time confusement, and at the same time so many emotions, but overall it was very positive emotion that filled me and my heart in that moment. And we didn't have time even to talk at that moment yet. It was just the hug, let's see on the stage, and we went to sing an Ave Maria. Very powerful.
No, because I was coming to the show on a train ride. So I think I was there at the place like something 20 minutes before the whole show started.
Exactly. No rehearsals, nothing. So like.
Hiippailet vähän.
Vielä hetken. Kiitos Marko!
Kiitoksia Tarja!
And last summer it was that we were going to Switzerland to play with both bands.
Yeah.
And
Same festival.
you got the idea of how about Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
I was checking at my messages for a couple of seconds. God damn it, that's exciting. Of course we're gonna do it.
The feeling when I'm singing Phantom of the Opera with you is the feeling is just so right.
So I talked to Tarja, sent some messages. Do you want to hear a new demo song if you would be interested in doing a duet? And she was interested. We brought that stick to her and just gave it to her backstage. Here it is, when you have time. But in fact, it was only a couple of days and she was like, oh, this is a really nice song, nicely like old school prog and all that.
I'm just looking for a home. I think you know. My heart still holds some rage, but you still believe in me. And I choose the mercy of your heart.
Yeah, it became even more than I originally meant it for. Taking care of relationship, whether it's about love or friendship, you need to do pretty much the same things. Be ready with your ears open if you got things to say, be open and honest and all these things. So the lyrical stuff, it kind of fitted also. And then there's a by no means intentional. The song was there before, but of course you get the sense of also two exiles.
Yeah, maybe we should look at it in a totally other way. That build it around vocalists who can play something. I mean, Tarja plays piano. I play bass and guitar. Who else do we need?
The whole album filled with duets. Interesting.
Yeah. Or of course there could be some solo performances as well. Okay, now let's leave it. We got our hands full anyway.
Exactly.